Hello, Virgo. Here we are. It's a hot one where I'm at today. I might have a little bit too much sun, and I hope it doesn't affect the reading. But I want to thank you guys for joining me and being here right now. You guys in Virgo, the support here is overwhelming. Like 2,000 views on a consistent basis. I really want to thank you guys for being on the receiving end of these, and hopefully it's working for you. I love you all, and I want to thank you. Ace of Pentacles. Maybe one of you have been encouraged to maybe go out and start a web-based business, or to start YouTubing, vlogging, and seeing that there is opportunity there. A lot of us sort of dip in and dip out of the digital world, and then we gotta go back into real life for a little bit, and then we stop doing that, and then we get on with the ascension process, right? With the aces, we're always moving on up, right? We're like George and Wheezy. We're getting on out of Dodge. We're headed somewhere better, but we dibble and dabble. We got to spend a little time, making our dollar bills. We spend a little time with our passions and doing things we love. Then we take a little bit of time for spirit to go. So we are with Virgo Tarot, and we want to know what the hidden messages, stuck energies, the healing energies and messages are for Virgo. This is for mid-July 2017. As soon as the time was there, Tarot said, organized, good, ready to go. Tarot's ready. Tarot's ready for Virgo, and Virgo's ready for Tarot. So let's see what we've got coming up. Please set your intention for the reading. That's a very important part. I think a lot of time that's overlooked. You put something in your mind, and it doesn't mean that it's going to come up. These readings are general, and like I said, 2,000 people checking them out. So hopefully if they don't hit hard, or they don't hit home for you, go check your moon or your ascendants. If you set your intention to those readings, you may find that more of the messages are applicable, okay? Here we go. At the bottom of the deck, up for your subconscious and the overall energy, is card number 0, the Fool, the big O, the double O, Fool. What is this guy doing, And if this is a reflection of where you're feeling right now, or where you're at, Virgo, maybe you're feeling like some of you are like just kind of like picking up the pieces right now, or putting it all together, so to speak. It's kind of like when you've kind of been out there in the world, like we said, you've been living it, you've been observing it, you've been interacting, you've been doing. Sometimes the Fool is just like saying, okay, I'm going to amalgamate all of this stuff and move out of it, move into something new, like being able to glean all the positive memories, all the good lessons, and all of the, little bits and pieces from that you've really enjoyed or that really have made, and you're going to say, okay, I want to take these are the things I want to take with me. I want more experiences like this. I want these sort of feelings of bliss and abundance to be in my life more and more often. So you may just be gathering memories and ideas and information about that. Because the Fool, it's kind of like it's the start of the tarot deck. And my intuitive mind, when I see this card, is like, what's happened just before? Like, why is the Fool even there? What has led us up to having this energy up in our overall energy? And it's pretty good. It has a feeling like summer for some of you, Virgo. It has the potential to be carefree. You can lay all your cards on the table. You could lay it all out for everyone and just, enjoy yourself, I feel. Some of you are continuing to work hard, almost too hard, I feel. And some of you may be approaching some well-needed rest and vacation time. And it's almost like going to kind of be like a real shake-up. You are not going to know. You're going to be like, end up like Buddy with Shawshank Redemption. When he gets out of jail, he just doesn't know what to do. He can't even figure out what to go and do, right? So maybe a little bit of planning, the Fool in overall energy could be saying. If you're uncertain about the future, you're feeling uncertain, do some proactive planning. And remember, amalgamate those ideas, those references, those good memories, those good feelings. We all put them all together, and so we can say, I want more of this. And when we hold those memorable things from the past, when we bring them to life in the present moment, we're kind of signaling to the universe, okay, I'm ready to co-create more of this. But we can't hold on to the expectation that it's going to be just like that. But, something similar. It arises and subsides like everything else, okay? Let's move on. I'm trying to streamline the readings, Virgo, make them a little bit shorter. So far, I've been able to shave a couple minutes off. I tend to blather a lot, but please forgive me, all right? Let's check out your cards. Up and grounding, you guys have a 10 of Wands reverse. So it speaks to these burdens being laid down. Somebody finally stepping out of the rat race for a few minutes and just taking a deep breath and learning how to relax like the way it was intended to be. Not where you're relaxing and then your phone goes off and it's somebody from the office or from the job site and you're just like, oh my God, I like told these people like in case of emergency and there's a paper jam, in tray number 2 and you're just like, oh my God, for real? So for those of you that are really needing this refresher, this brand new stage, my suggestion, seeing this card up here, is tech off. People, turn your phone off for an hour, for a day, for a couple hours, right? It's funny, right? There are certain times where I just will take that phone and like hide it from myself, just like I want to get away from it. And it's kind of like there almost is this expectation that you should have it like every moment, especially like responsibilities, people with children, people with greater worldly responsibilities. They keep it by their side, by their pillow, everywhere, right? So for you, Virgo, the feeling I need is like some of you will just want to have a nice clean break for that. Take an hour, see how it feels. Take a day, see how it feels, right? And plan it out, right? Do that little bit of pre-planning so you're not, just doing it kind of on a whim and then, you do miss the big thing. Just like maybe a quiet Sunday morning, right? There's no computers, no phones. Camping, right? I should have seen that. Go camping without all of it. It's a perfect time of year. It's a beautiful time to connect with nature. And, keep it light. You don't have to like make it some big production where, you go out, you have an itinerary and all this. Just go, just forget it and just go and enjoy, right? So we're looking at sort of dropping all of the, the practical things that we're having to do each day and free up some time for yourself. But as well, when you're doing that, make sure it's not just free time, but it's free mind as well. Because when you have a free mind in that free time, it compounds and it makes the experience that much more memorable. Okay, let's move up to sacrum. Wow, another 10. And this one straight up. So you guys are doing a lot of letting go. And we just talked about the mind, right? And how that's going on and how that's moving forward for you, right? So this is like the completions is right 0 and we have now 2 10s. So for some Virgo, this is a complete start over reading. This is like either just happened to you or will happen up here coming up in the next 2 to 3 weeks, where it's like maybe you are picking yourself up from a dirty situation or an old situation that happened before, or maybe you've just been carrying so much with you that when you lay this down, then you'll be able to get up, right? If we were to look at it this way, we'd say, man, you're hooped, right? But both of these 10s come up in the favorable position, right? Where this one's reversed and this one is here, right? It's like this person is already ready to lay them down, or they're ready for a rest, right? This person. Whereas here, this is like a new beginning. So free up your mind. Any conditioned thinking by maybe, just co-interacting with people, your co-workers, social situations, anything that you can catch yourself where you can just like drop it, free up your mind, free up your time and your space. This is highly encouraged for a time of a fool and these strong signs of completion that are going on in the lower chakras, right? This is kind of like is going to help you, right? So for some of you, this could be laying down smokes or the sweets, treats, or whatever it might be. And then for some of you, you might just be saying, you know what? I am a creative person. I am the creation that is my creativity. You may be expressing yourself creatively by where you go with your time and how you enjoy life, so to speak. And that's why I say like experiences such as camping, or for some of you, it would just be like traveling and staying somewhere brand new that you've never been before. These are the kind of ideas that are coming with these 10s and these cards, okay? Let's move up to solar plexus. We'll see if it keeps on rolling on. And an ace, right? So now we've got a 0, a 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So it's like talking about your matrix type situation. It's right, like is somebody running the program here, Virgo? Because the feeling with this card is here is that some of you could be missing people in your life. Some of you could be missing lovers or family at present time. When it's cups, we talk about love. It doesn't always have to be remote. Emotional relationship love. This could be like a shared love with a family member or things like that. This is coming up in the gut instinct. So this is all, when it appears in the solar plexus with love, it's kind of like, wow, this is like something more than Johnny and Susie meeting at a high school dance. This is more like, soul family, twin flames, being together with a permanent, like a long time lover. People that have Virgos that may have been married for 15 or 20 years, right? That kind of thing is what I'm feeling here. Some of you are probably directly desiring or wanting a renewal of a vow. I feel somebody to reassure you of their presence in a relationship or a love in a relationship, or that the possibility that a relationship is still there. Like some of you may have just been so busy doing your things. This new beginning could be involving getting back into the dating scene. And maybe it's been so long for some of you, or it feels so different or far-fetched in the information age, that it's like you'd be like entering into something new and uncertain, right? Because the aces are new beginnings. So we have to look. Now the Fool's journey is like kind of right in the middle of this. We've gone through this letting go, freeing of the mind. With the Fool, we begin the journey. And if we begin the journey instinctively with this card reverse, it's just saying, like, if love is, your goal or your first step, then you truly are in this foolish energy, right? It's kind of, and it's not to say, because love is powerful. Love permeates through all things, great and small, happy and sad, right? It's always there as a presence moving through everything. So we have this. It's just saying we have to really. And it's good that it's reversed in a way, because it's not like somebody's coming in to sweep you off your feet. The feeling is you're going to get your time to sort of decide what it is that you want, or decide whom it is that you would like to focus on now or connect with, without any obstruction or any hesitation. We haven't gotten any clarity, and I feel this Ace of Cups reverse is a bit of a stumper bumper being there in that solar plexus. That's the area of our willpower, right? This is, and also our intuition, the lower intuition. We can get intuition from up here, but the lower one for you. Oh, wow. So this is deeply spiritual. This is soul family for people. Could be people, Virgos, that are awakening in their ascension process and are like aware of certain things now, how like all of the different walks of life, maybe in like an urban center, they all just seem to like sometimes just appear and guide us and show us that there is so much more than our unity and our individuality. Like, even if we did all those things, like we are as one and one as an individual, it doesn't stop at 5D, right? It doesn't stop at 5. It goes up much higher. And some of you may have angels and spirit guides at this time that are truly saying, don't be worried to be single. Find your bliss in your solitude, or find some purpose in your solitude, and don't view it so much as a loneliness, okay? Let's move on. Oh, yeah, because up in the heart, it's like some of you are maybe just not even feeling how to feel. It's like some of you are in that spot where it's like you want to love again. You've been burnt, maybe even twice, right? But there's still that desire of like, why I want to love again. I want more of it. Or some of you are in a new relationship right now. I got to read the mundane side of these cards. Some of you are in a new relationship right now, and it's just left you not knowing, or if your feelings are true or real, or if your partner's feelings are true or real. This is sort of thinking about emotion. We see the Page of Cups. There's also a message here to just kind of be yourself and relax in this type of situation, because the Page of Cups, there's this level of uncertainty about being able to associate, or being able to place their feelings in the proper spot, because they can be so overwhelming at times, right? In the Page of Cups. So for some of you, straight up, there's a water sign as well that you could be involved with. This is a Scorpio or a Pisces or a Cancer, okay? And at this time, it's just saying, if you're moving forward in this relationship, do so slowly, okay? Do so like, watch the L-bombs that come too early, and like sort of the courtship process. Just kind of make sure that, you guys are on the same page, you're at the same speed, right? Because we don't want to see this moving up any higher into communication, right? For soul, and for those of you that are in that soul family mindset, or that intention was set for that, this is like, just be patient, because something is going to appear to you, or you will be made aware of it. It's like one of those eyebrow raising moments when you're like kind of by yourself and you're thinking about these kind of things, that all of a sudden there could be a vision, a sound, or something in your environment to like make you raise your eyebrows, and then there will be relief that follows it, like a deep breath or something like that, where it's like something's clicked, you figured it's something out, we've finally put this to bed, this Ten of Swords, and we're looking more at this ace energy, okay? I feel Virgo is emotional at this time with this new beginning, right? And I feel that even though you've been there before, you're almost like you're wanting to let go of old thought patterns and old emotional patterns because you realize you can't go into a new relationship, bring that past, they call it baggage, right, into it. You guys are brilliant at realizing that and being able to drop it. But sometimes it leaves you feeling a little topsy-turvy, a little bit uncertain, right? Because we've got this completion. But if you look at these three cards together, there's so much uncertainty there. There's so much uncertainty, okay? All right, let's move on. See what's up in communication for you guys. The moon. Oh, wow. I think the sign I just read for Leo had this card up like in reverse in that section. So the moon card is saying like the uncertainty has potential to lead to certain disillusionments. Make sure at this time, Virgo, we're not clinging to expectation. We're not holding on to what it needs to be, what it has to be. We just sort of have to allow it to be, right? That's what Alpha Wolf does. Alpha Wolf, it will like, it can like hunt and stalk and like, be very keen to follow and track other things, right? But at the same time, it's more or less just there to say, all right, it's a reaction. It's an environmental reaction. Everything has to happen sort of according to a larger design, a larger purpose. For this card to be up in your communication, I just feel that you are going to be needing to communicate slowly and effectively. It could tie in with this new relationship, just being able to like not say things too quickly, too brashly, right? Those sort of things. But it's also like any discussions, deep, maybe even philosophical discussions that you're entering into, or if you're speaking with guides and angels, just be very clear at this time. Don't enter into those sort of conversations. And sometimes it's nice to go into a prayer or a meditation with absolutely no set intention. You just let it go for the moment, because the moon is saying that any preconceived notions when dealing with others are possibly like they're disillusioned at the time, or you might not be seeing a situation with another person clearly, okay? And we're going to get a little bit more clarity for that one too, because it's the second major arcana. Look at this, the Fool and the Moon. Look at all the O's in those words, right? It's really, really kind of cool to see this energy. Like, this makes me think of like walking with a new lover down like sort of a starry lane with lots of old trees, and it's just like, it's really sort of melodic and it's really high energy, and you're just happy to be in that moment with that person and conversing, right? So romance, somebody might be being swept off their feet too, clearly when we ask for, or it might even seem that way. We have to be very careful about maybe you're dating a younger person and they're quick to say, I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but you might just be thinking, I don't know, like, where this is coming from, or why they would bring this up so soon. There might be a red flag, or there might be a certain issue, at that sort of thing. These flowers like indicate romance, but flowers are usually presented, right, when we're happy to see somebody, when we're asking forgiveness, and when we're expressing our love through a token, right? Through that sort of thing. So some of you could be being swept off your feet. Some of you may find somebody that is apologizing to you, but you're going to kind of want to watch as well. All right. That's interesting. I haven't been able to see that. Some of you, maybe romance is just predestined. You know it. Maybe you've just come out of a bad relationship, looking at a new one, and it's just like all of a sudden it is presenting yourself, and it's like really scary, kind of shaky energy. That will just be for one or a few of you, right? The feeling I have with that. All right. Wow. Here we go. Now we've got the Empress up. This is perfect, because the Empress reminds us we're going to pay attention to this side of things, right? This is kind of interesting when this comes up, because we've got so much positive things going on here, right? And anything So we want to make sure we're making that clean break and not being disillusioned as we get into this, because there is room for manifestation here. There is room to kind of learn that proverbial secret about how to really bring into your life the things that, you know, no human being should have the power to bring them in and out of their life, but somehow they say this kind of stuff just happens to you, right? People fall in love. people take a job, across on the other side of the world because, it just came through sort of on a whim, or they buy a little property in some like tropical place, and they're just like, well, I'll just work, a complete banger, a life change, and all of a sudden everybody's happy, right? And by everybody I mean you, right? So these cards are saying you can make it happen for yourself at this time, Virgo. The intentions that you are setting with these new moons that are coming up and leading into August, like intention setting and then letting go of expectation for you is like it's dynamite, and it's going to be working. It's going to be firing on all cylinders, is what I get from the Empress card there in that section of where we actually go to envision things, right? To maybe some of you are dreaming of like these twin flames and like a celestial home, and some of you might just be feeling like very kind of bogged down with doing the earthly walk kind of thing, right? It's tough, right? So you're trying to balance those energies out, and the Empress says any intentions you have for being able to do that through your work, career, or your love life, set those intentions now and then let go of the expectations. It will work wonders for you. Okay. And then up at the top, we have Knight of Pentacles coming in from Source. Okay, so I didn't see it before, but now it's here. For some, this could be for the love of a child, or this could be a situation where a child has found a new lover and you're a parent and you're looking in on the relationship and you're not really kind of too sure how to see it, or, if you're, too quick to pass judgment, or those kind of things. The Knight of Pentacles as well is a bit of slow-moving energy. So Source is saying, take this process slowly. You don't want to, like, fall off the cliff. You don't want to, like, go too fast and get involved with something that, has you feeling locked in or feeling disillusioned, You want to take your time with this stuff. The Knight of Pentacles is just saying, come with me. We'll move through this material situation, or we'll move through, our responsibilities as we need to. It doesn't mean we, the faster we do it, we rush and rush, so life's no fun. Let's just see if we can manage this at a pace that's comfortable, so that we are not feeling like all or nothing when it comes to being bogged down with the world, and then just being able to like freely express ourselves and love ourselves, right? This sun going into Leo is like people are going to be excited, and you guys are going to probably be right there along with them, Virgo. There could be excitement. You could find yourself like people interjecting into your conversations, or you injecting into their conversations, just like completely like, wow, they like 99 times out of 100 you wouldn't even said anything, you wouldn't even embarked on that, but it's like there might be that feeling of the need to say something, right? That sort of thing coming up. Because I really want to relate back to that, because the uncertainty here is there could be like a third party situations where it's like you like I said, like two children getting together, falling in love, or it could be like a sister who maybe lives on you and relies on you a lot, and now she has a new boyfriend. Now he's staying over and eating TV dinners 4 nights of the week, and you're just like, I have it with that. Okay. Anyways, like I said, it just comes through. My lips just yammer on. These are not bad tarot cards, Virgo, for what comes up here. Completion, brand new, right? The Fool, the Empress, and the Moon. What beautiful magic is going on there. I can't even tell you. I don't even know. I'm not that good of a tarot reader to be able to tell you that, right? But the Knight of Pentacles, just take it easy. Move slow, right? And it'll all work out for you. Universe wants to co-create with you. They see these intentions being set, moving up. You give that reflection. You're like, I'm ready to co-create, right? And then the universe is just going to say, all right, take it, go. Here is a blessing that will help you get to where you are. But don't expect it to be a certain way, right? Otherwise, you block it, and none of it can happen. Okay, I will stop preaching to you now. It's not my place, my time. I don't got any time for. We're here for oracle cards, right? Sorry, like I said, I had a lost sun today, Virgo. Leave me a comment, let you know. And for commenting, I'm doing some new videos over at the Round Table. So if you see this channel for subscribers with a video that says Noren's Round Table, join me there. That's where we just kind of vlog about tarot from time to time, and we'll do some fun stuff over there. Okay. Look, you guys got card number 43, the card of deep knowing from Wisdom of the Oracle. Hope you can all see that. So there's a moon, right? Moon is there, and so is the owl, right? So, and then there's another moon behind that, or maybe that's the Earth. I don't know. We're going to read from the guide, because that's where the good stuff is, from Colette Baron Reed in this deck. Let's just have a look. 37, almost there, guys. Almost there. Bear with me, please. 41, 42. All right, here we go. Your oracle message. The essential meaning of card number 43, deep knowing, intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, and hypersensitivity. Isn't that wild that hypersensitivity would be in there, right? I picked that up with that. That's interesting. Some people, yeah, it might be getting on your nerves of those conversations I was feeling, right? Just careful there. Okay. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience and expectation. You're given information that may make sense no longer whatsoever You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then act accordingly, like that wolf, right? You're now invited into the sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in and trust your vibes. They'll be right. And ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. Okay? Well, that's pretty awesome oracle message. And, like my mind is already recovering like from coming out of the intuitive tarot. So it's like, wow, hopefully that really went well together. I feel like it did. There's some great symbology going on here. And like I said, whatever's going on with this major arcana, whatever it is that's kind of like might be beyond your control, don't worry about it right now, because there's intense like magic, or there's an intense like blessing behind this is what I have for this. Okay, the Empress wouldn't be here between these double O's if it wasn't, right? Okay, Virgo, I love you all. And we'll see you next time.